Good morning and good afternoon, everyone. My name is Teguh Iman, a student of the Music Education Program in UNJ. Today, for my final English project, I would like to present a critical perspective on a genre that has shaped the landscape of modern music for decades. It's called alternative rock. We often hear the terms alternative rock used, the grunge of Nirvana, the melodic tones of Coldplay, or the experimental sounds like Radiohead. However, beneath its popularity, there lies a fundamental question. Is alternative rock still truly alternative? Or has it becomes the very thing it once fought against, a predictable commercialized product of the mainstream industry? And next, we're gonna talk about the paradox of definition. To critique alternative rock, we must first look at its definition. By nature, alternative implies something that exists outside the mainstream, a rebellion against the polished corporate pop music of the 2018. Its early days with the bands like R.E.M. or Pixies, it was a breath of fresh air. It was raw, unpolished, and honest. However, the paradox began in the 2019 when Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit explode. The alternative suddenly became the standard. This creates identity crisis that still haunts the genre today. If a genre is defined by being not mainstream, what's happened when it becomes the most popular music on the planet? The term itself becomes a marketing label rather than a musical description. Today, record labels use the alternative tag simply to sell a specific aesthetic of rebellion to teenagers, while the music itself often follows the same rigid commercial structures of the top 15 pop culture music. And next, we're gonna talk about stagnation and repetition. My second point of the criticism concerns musical innovation. As a music student, we understand that genres must evolve to survive. But has alternative rock truly evolved in the last 2 decades? If we listen to many contemporary alternative bands, we often hear the same loud, soft dynamic that was perfected 13 years ago. There's a heavy reliance of angst as a lyrical trope. While raw emotion is the heart of rock, it often feels manufactured in modern alternative tracks. We see a repetition of guitar pedals, distorted vocal, and predictable chord progression that seems to prioritize vibes over technical of harmony complexity. In many ways, alternative rock has become a museum of the 90s, trapped in the loop of nostalgia rather than pushing the boundaries of what rock bands can sound like in the 2024. And next, we're gonna talk about the commercialism of the indie. Furthermore, we must talk about the indie culture within alternative rock. There is a certain elitism or gatekeeping that often exists here. Fans and artists often claims a moral high ground for not being mainstream, yet the industry has turned this indie aesthetic into commodity. We see this measure of festivals that what used to be a counterculture movement is now sponsored by multi-billion-dollar corporation. The rebellion is now a fashion statement, ripped jeans and flannel shirts sold at the high prices. When the music's primary goals becomes fitting into a specific brand to get onto a Spotify alternative playlist, the artistic integrity of the genre is compromised and becomes more about looking the part of a rock star than playing with the soul of the musicians. And the last one, we're gonna talk about the conclusion. And conclusion, while I personally respect the history and the legendary artists of the alternative rock, we must be critical of its current stage. As a music educators and student, it's our job to distinguish between genuine artistic expression and more commercial intimation. Alternative rock needs to be rediscovered its alternative roots, not to looking back at the 19th, but by looking forward, it needs to embrace new sounds, perhaps by integrating more diverse influence and by moving away from the safety of the predictable radio-friendly structures. Only by challenging itself can alternative rock truly deserve its name again. So, thank you for your attention. I hope this analysis provides a new perspective on how we view the genres that surround us. So, before this, I want you guys to see the major of the festival. What used to be a counterculture movement, it's now sponsored by multi-billion dollars corporation in this whole world. The rebellion is now a fashion statement, ripped jeans or flannel shirt at high prices when the music primary goals become fitting into the specific brand. And furthermore, we must talk about the indie culture too within our alternative rock genre. This is a certain element to gatekeeping that often exists here. Fans and artists after claim a moral high ground are not being mainstream, yet the industry has turned indie aesthetic to commodity surrounded in this world. So, I'm Teguh Iman and thank you to Dr. Bambang and Alam Shalubis for this opportunity. Thank you so much.